Any comments on that?
I think since you're acting as president today, you ought to be the chairman, president.
Second. Oh, that was quick. That was hard for.
Do you know what the current list is, or would you like me to, or are you good with that, or?
You might read it off
Yeah,
just
I
for the
don't know
record.
what it is.
The chairman of the board is Mark Myers, the vice chair is Kevin Walls, and the secretary is Ron West.
And remember, we really need people available for signatures. For checks.
I sign a lot of stuff anyway.
Yes, you do.
That's what, yeah, that's what I meant. We really, yeah.
I would move if the people will list are willing to accept as Kevin Walls as chairman and Mark Myers as vice chairman and remain Ron West as secretary unless Mr. Myers would like to get involved in any of those.
Second.
But we have to have confirmation.
I always
I
love
assume Mr.
nominating
West and
people when
Mr.
Mr. West isn't here.
I assume whoever's on, if Mr. Mayor Myers wants to object to that, please do so.
Oh, I'm good with it.
Okay,
I think John ought to get involved though.
I did. I made the second.
He did. He got involved.
Quickly, I'm
I
sorry to
can do
say.
the roll call vote now if you're ready.
Ready?
All
Sure.
right, Brian Baird,
Yay.
Kevin Walls,
Yay.
John Myers,
Yay.
David Lexi,
Yay.
Mark Myers.
Yay.
Thank you.
Keep this in recorded. This meeting might be fun.
Later.
So I guess
Take
all
over,
in
sir.
favor? Everybody's
No,
already done that.
everybody's
We're all
done it.
good.
We're to the
We did roll
approval
call.
of
Yeah,
minutes.
Yep.
Okay, I'd look for a motion for approval of minutes and for the November 8th, 2021 meeting.
So move.
Second. Have a first and a second. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. All opposed, same.
We need to do a roll
Roll
call
call.
vote again.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing roll calls on this now?
Since we have people that are,
Okay, we got to do
Okay.
Zoom roll calls.
We-
Sorry,
We don't have to do that.
we don't do that.
No, we don't.
Brian Baird,
Yay.
Kevin Walls,
Yeah,
John Myers,
Yay.
David Lexi,
Yay.
Mark Myers.
Yay.
Thank you.
all right, we're good. Next up, I guess, would be the treasurer's report, Mr. Sherman.
Happy New Year to all you ladies and gentlemen. So,
Thank you for being so festive today, sir.
yes. You have in your packet in front of you our check register. One of those check registers is from November 9th, 2021 to December 31, 2021, an amount of $25,379.22. Then we have one from January 1, 2022 to January 7th, 2022 in the amount of $21,175.25. I have all the claims here if anyone has any questions.
And we make sure the quarter spent funding budgets have the same color coordination, so you can see which budgets.
Move to approve.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. You want to do a roll call?
Brian Baird,
Yay.
Kevin Walls,
Yeah,
John Myers,
Yay.
David Lexi,
Yay.
Mark Myers.
Yay.
Thank you.
David, you look really excited today.
Thank you. I wasn't sure if you could see me or not. Where I see myself, I look like Max Headroom.
He's really true. That's truthful. Yeah.
Yep.
They
All
did.
right.
All
I would
right.
like to request some line item transfers from 551,110, executive director 11 cents to 51,111, deputy director 09, and then 51-115 health and medical 124, and 51-17 recycling supervisor, new operations manager for $794.21 from 51-12 office manager. Those are to get everything in the right places at year end. So we,
I'll move to approve as presented.
Second.
Got a first and a second.
Brian Baird?
Call.
Brian Baird,
Matter of discussion. Can I have just a short?
Yeah,
second
we can
discussion?
have.
Under the, and it's something I've been wondering for a while, and it may have been said in previous, but I'm not bringing it back in my head. Under our health and medical, is that an employee participating health and medical, or is that totally paid health and medical?
we give, it's a stipend. It
So it's-
doesn't cover all of their costs. We remember some years ago, we tried to get solid waste on the county's medical and do the same program as the county. And we weren't able to get
Because
that
of being a
accomplished.
separate
So it's
entity.
it's separate.
Taxing entity. So, but then, so they get it personally, and this is a reimbursement.
Yes.
How much is that per person? Does it depend on who it is, or
No, it's the same amount for everyone.
what is
Yeah,
that
I think-
stipend?
Like 10,000 for each employee.
10,000?
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's been that way for quite some time.
No problem. I did one.
No, that's,
Been trying to figure
we're still
that out.
trying to get on. We think it'd be much more efficient for us to be on the county, but I think we're still having issues with that.
Okay. Well, I know the separate taxing entity makes it a little different, doesn't it?
Right.
I'm sorry.
no, that's okay, sir.
Yay.
Yay. Kevin Walls,
Yay.
John Myers,
Yay.
David Lexi,
Yay.
Mark Myers,
yay,
All I have.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is CAC.
We do not have a representative here for the CAC, but we'll start back again in February. We normally wait until this board meeting and then we start back.
Okay. Duly noted. And you might as well stay there because we got
Yeah.
director's report next.
So, as you were all aware, we ended 2021 with the recycling center closed because we did have 3 of our employees that had COVID. So we unfortunately had to keep the center closed. For the most part, everybody was good about it. We didn't have any illegal dumping going on, so that was good. We, of course, we're still there and available. And when they could come back, we actually made sure that they started doing some training as people could come back because everybody had different dates that they came back at. So that kind of helped in the sense that it's easier to train when the center's closed. So I know they have been working on that. We also had, during that time period, lost one employee that we knew was going to be leaving for the Guard, and we're hoping that he possibly comes back when he's done. But we also lost another employee at the same time to a different position that paid more money. He was a retiree and he actually went to go work at the hospital, I think welcoming people over in Shelby County. So we are down 2 employees right now. And of course, it's not easy to find any employees. So we did an analysis of what days were the least used at the facility in order to be able to stay open longer on our other days. And that was Thursday. And anybody that has been a part of this board since I've been here, Thursday is always the day that is slow, whether it was our drop-off bins or the facility itself. So we did close on Thursdays temporarily until we can get back to our staffing that allows us to be back open. We had 1 or 2 people upset about that, but most of the people have understood to the point that we are so blessed by the community. They really do appreciate our staff. Our staff was brought several gifts on Friday of donuts and various things just to thank them for the job that they did from the community. So that's pretty awesome. And it just goes to show how much people really do appreciate and what our employees do for those people. They really do try and go above and beyond and offer help and customer service. So that was a great way of being recognized. So we did put out a big Facebook thank you to everybody, and also got a lot of positive comments on that as well. So I did want to just make everybody aware of that so that you are all up to date in case any questions come up in regards to that. As far as our cardboard pickup, we have been slow but steady with that. Again, I think COVID has impacted a lot of businesses. So after the holidays, obviously they're not getting as much shipment in, but it will come back up. But we did a lot right before Christmas as far as the cardboard pickup goes. So it's a great program. People are excited about it. We've gotten a great response. So I would like to, once again, whether it be March or our May meeting, really revisit, see where we are and see what we can move forward as far as a box truck or, creating something different, because obviously the trailer is very difficult. We can't really maneuver it and you have to constantly go back and unload and load. So we do have an employee that is helping out with that. And obviously it's also helping out at the recycling center. It's not just a cardboard person. And thankfully we do, otherwise we'd really be in trouble. So that is good. We're excited about the program. We know we can grow it, and we'd like to grow into Whiteland and Greenwood as we're able. We do have 2 pickups in Whiteland right now that are the printing companies. They're the small printing companies, because they actually lost their service because they don't have enough material to be picked up by one of the larger haulers. So they were really excited to be able to participate. Indiana Circular Economy Initiative. You will probably see a lot about this over the next year. We spoke about it. We had information in regards to the bottle, the glass and Knopf. I've been working with Lynn to try and get Franklin involved in this program. We are having a meeting with the Greenwood Aspire and the state organization and Knopf at the end of January at my office to talk about specifically what Johnson County can do and what that might look like. There is a lot of economic opportunity in this, and so we thought it would be a good way to kind of bring everybody to the table. We do have the train that runs through here. We have, good manufacturing and opportunity. So we're going to start there. We also are part of a marketing and billboard initiative. And so that will run in April, and hopefully it will be picked up as a statewide thing, but we're hoping to build off of what is happening in Johnson. So it will be actually on 65 in the Greenwood area. To get a lot of recognition, to talk about the importance of recycling and what it's doing in Indiana. So we're really excited about that. There's some positive legislation on the floor in regards to recycling. So we are happy with the direction that all of those initiatives are going in now to get and keep everybody healthy to be able to get the bills passed. So we'll see what happens with all of that. But if you hear of Circular Indiana, which is the new name for the Indiana Recycling Coalition, or if you even just hear mention of Indiana Circular Economy Initiative and you have questions, by all means, just pick up the phone and give me a call. Again, it's all the positive aspects of economics and recycling and what we do. So as far as spring programming goes, we had kind of some high hopes that maybe we'd all be able to do some things in school. At this point, we're not looking like that's going to happen, but we will make sure to do some of the library programs that we did last year. That was a huge success. They really liked being able to give out the information in regards to what is available to them, doing different Zoom options, and then also handing out just reusable bags with all of our extra information, plus other groups got involved, so Purdue Extension, Soil and Water, giving out seed packets, doing all that, being able to really outreach to the entire community, because we did it through the Johnson County Public Libraries plus Greenwood. So it really did. It was a huge hit, and they're looking forward to that. So we're excited about that. That's a great growth program for us. We, of course, do things through the center all throughout the month of April, which is Earth Month. And hopefully we'll be adding to those as well. We've been doing a lot more with Purdue Extension. And so that's been great, because we've been bringing in people that we don't always reach out, and vice versa for them. So we've really enjoyed that opportunity and that partnership. We've always done a few things with them, but now we're
Bless you.
Pardon me. Now we're doing things even more with the education opportunities. So I think that's where we're at. So, we are looking forward. We're trying not to stay stagnant and, continuing to do what we can from the marketing aspect to grow our programs here, specifically in Johnson. So.
Thank you, Jesse. Any questions? Mark's asleep, I think.
I don't know how he does it with his eyes open like that.
Jesse, I'm gonna ask you
Multitasking.
a question.
Sure.
Talented.
On some staffing issues. I know I personally, I know Commissioner Barrett has too. Have we looked over at community corrections for any part-time fill-in people? I know some of them might not be able to drive, but some of them might be able to work on a part-time basis. We're
We
trying to
have a-
get them into the community and doing things. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you've reached out to them or
It can be
not.
Delivered via van that we have sitting there doing the.
We have a van that can be delivered people to you and picked up from you.
We could certainly look into that. I think we would need to talk about some of the concerns about electronics. That would be my only
As far as,
what may come into our facility that's proprietary information and how it's handled. Because
okay,
we get computers from all sorts of organizations throughout Johnson County, including the county and the police departments and various,
Greenwood's evidence room.
various things.
Greenwood's what?
The Greenwood Police Department's evidence room, for instance.
I don't think you put anything that needs to
I
not be
don't
on the
think
street out there,
that
do
would be
you?
anything confidential at that point.
I
would
don't
it?
think, when you turn it in, I think they should have been wiped or
That's
cleaned.
what I was
Well,
guessing.
I don't think
Things
they
can
give
be
you,
wiped, but remember, wiped doesn't mean that they can't be, they have to be shredded in order for them to truly have no
That's-
traceable data to them.
We would have to keep an eye on anyone that would be receiving that material regardless of where they came from then, if that's the case.
We do.
Okay,
That's a
well,
huge,
then
that's a huge thing. So that's,
Then that's
I'm just
covered,
saying,
right?
there are some things that,
I would just ask you, I guess, to just reach out to
and
Jason.
we have used them at our events in the past. We actually have a great relationship. And normally, if they have somebody that is,
And they could be low, they
Yeah,
could be in there for
that's normally it.
conversion,
They
they could be in there
normally-
for many things, serving some time. So
oh, yeah. No,
that's
we-
that's all I'm, just keep it on your radar screen. Please contact them if you would. I would like to see that just
Sure.
because they need to be out.
Since you brought that up, though, I know that there is also an issue because this was something that we had talked about with Johnson County Parks. There is also a workman's comp question and a few other things when you're using the inmates versus when we're using, because like we do a lot with the people that are actually out on, come on, Carla. The people that need to do
Home.
volunteer.
Well, here's what I would ask. Let Lynn,
Community
if she's
service.
willing to, talk to Sheena, because we have some insurance in place for that. I know
Yeah,
it's
'cause
coming
we
back up.
don't. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Well,
the problem.
we can look, let's look at it and see if we can get that kind of worked out, Lynn, if you can.
Absolutely. Be happy to.
At least review it and look at it and tell us if it's a no-go or yes, it's a go.
We use them at animals, at the animal shelter, and they seem to do fine for us
Yeah.
there. So.
So they're
Be
out
happy to.
agencies. So,
Yeah, no, I just knew that there were the concerns with the computer, but also the workman's comp and various things that we don't have in place. for
okay,
them. So. I think
thank you
Lynn's up.
for that. All right, any other questions for Jess? Okay. Well, we'll move on to Ms. Lynn Gray. And we'll
Thank you,
also
Mr.
focus attention on you.
Thank you, Mr. Well, I don't need all that attention. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm sorry I can't be there. It's all Mayor Barnett's fault. I feel fine, but evidently I have the cooties, so sorry about that. So
We like to blame you for a lot of things.
I bet you do. You have before you a couple of resolutions that we have every year. The first of which deals with the anti-nepotism requirements of the state statute. The resolution 2022-01 basically adopts the resolution, the anti-nepotism policy that is set forth in statute. I believe that Carla sent each one of you after the meeting, if you could sign actual statements regarding anti-nepotism as well as direct line supervision. So that's the first resolution. Resolution 2202 is also one that we usually adopt this time of every year. This allows for the payment of claims subject to ratification at our regularly scheduled meeting. We went to using this type of a resolution when we stopped having monthly meetings and went to quarterly meetings so that we could turn around. Sorry about that, guys. So that we could turn around and have everything approved. So that we didn't have to wait to pay our bills.
Hey, that's money.
Hello. I know, I'm giving up money, but I don't know. It's probably somebody wanting something. So I apologize. I don't even know how to turn it off when I'm working from home, but those are two standard resolutions. Happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Do we have those to sign? I know I've signed my individual ones.
Yeah, there's some other ones here. I think that she's asking for the
Mhm.
chairman's signature on. There's some other ones we can circulate around.
No problem, sir.
Yeah, they should be in your packet, sir.
Sure.
We do need motions and approval, Mr. Chairman,
Okay,
to approve both resolutions. And unfortunately, a roll call vote.
we'll just lump these together.
Yes,
That
So,
would be fine. Absolutely fine.
all right,
I move to approve resolution number 2022-01 and number 2022-02.
Second.
we have a first and a second. Any discussion?
Vote.
Roll call, please.
Brian Baird,
Yay.
Kevin Walls,
Yeah.
John Myers,
Yay.
David Lexi,
Yay.
Mark Myers.
Yay.
Thank you.
Pass.
Thank you.
Good. That's it from you, from the legal side?
It is, sir.
All right,
Go make your money.
I might speak up when we talk about the executive session later on. Or I can do it now if it works. You may remember at the last meeting, I asked for your approval to meet with Ron West and Jesse and staff about our upcoming lease coming up in April, and we have some ideas. We did meet in December. We have some ideas. There's some things that maybe need to be done at the building that we rent. And after Ron and I talked with Jesse, it might behoove us to have an executive session just for purposes of talking about renegotiating our lease. And the concept may be of us doing some of the repairs at a reduced amount to get some concessions on the lease if we want to. And so look for that to be perhaps sent to you. We could certainly do it as long as the governor's emergency order is in place. We could do it via Zoom, but that would be the basis for the executive session if need be, so that we can negotiate some of those terms.
so does anybody have a problem with doing that that would be at the March meeting?
Or perhaps depending on.
Depending on when you get it done and, okay.
Right.
I guess everybody's available for an exec on this.
Commissioner went, the biggest thing is.
He'll be back the
I'm
9th.
glad we didn't have it today.
He'll be back the 19th.
19th, okay,
He'll be back the 19th. So we'd have to wait at least until then.
yeah, that's fine.
And then I think Commissioner Baird's leaving
24th.
and I'm leaving the 28th.
Of January?
Yes.
Yeah, and if we did it in February, we'd
I'm
be
not
all
missing the
right.
commissioner meeting though, just
Yeah.
so you know.
So we could do it sometime in February, early in
Yes.
February would be still fine.
Okay, yeah.
Sure, we'd be fine. We just don't think it's probably good public policy to try and negotiate our lease in public.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that.
Yeah, so,
Would it maybe make sense for maybe to try to look at what they're looking at doing out there prior to that meeting?
we
Or
will
I
have,
think that's going to suffice, just having the meeting.
We can get you all of the. packet,
Ish.
ahead of time if you'd like. That's, we've been working on that.
That, okay, that'd be.
That
fine,
helped instead of just getting blasted walking in there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, we will
Okay.
have a packet. We prepared a packet for Commissioner West when he met with us, would have our old lease, our new lease. I'm sorry, all our leases, what our amounts are. And we actually had, or Jesse had an inspection done of the building, of some things that need to be done. And so that we can certainly give that all to you in advance, sir.
it's our meeting in February the 10th.
Yes.
Okay, you'll have a meeting that day also, won't you? Okay, we might look at maybe February 10th.
Okay.
No, that's a Thursday. I'm sorry.
No, sorry, back up,
4th or 14th.
14th.
Valentine's
No,
Day.
that's, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
Valentine's.
just Valentine's
It's
Day.
so weird. Yeah.
We're having a
Well,
commissioner
kind of
meeting.
hearts, yeah.
So I don't know, Jesse, or can you just send an invite out for that?
Have the executive meeting prior to the, right after the commissioner
Yeah,
meeting.
just right after we can roll right into it. We can use the conference room in here and do it. So, okay, go get it out. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
Moving on, any old business? Doesn't look like there is any. We'll move to new business. Next executive board meeting is March 14th, 2022. And since Lynn's just talked about discussion on scheduling the executive session, we've got that covered. All right, this thing's moving along pretty quick. Guess we have any public comment from our, we have standing room only in here. You guys can't really see that, but we've got standing room only, so. David, you are in the spotlight there, bud.
Yeah, it
The
looks like
sun
I'm,
has moved a little bit.
it looks like I'm in Florida or something, but I'm not.
I would assume you like not having standing room only in meetings. Isn't that a good thing? We're doing something right.
Yeah. Well, then I would look for a motion.
Well, just real quick, I guess, in under new business, if we're looking at an executive session, are we looking at February 14th at the 1:30 since we don't have a solid waste meeting? You want to just do that so we don't interfere with the,
Yeah, you want to set that?
is that
Work
Does that work for
you,
everybody?
Mark, David?
Yes,
That's fine.
February 14th at 1:30? At this point? Since we can Zoom, it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I just noticed I had down a solid waste meeting. We don't have one that month, so it works out good time.
You're already in your
It's
calendar.
already in
You
my
already looked
calendar.
in.
That's all I had, sir.
Okay. Anybody else got anything? Move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a first and a second. We need a roll call vote on that.
No,
Not according to.
not the adjourn.
Nope.
Need to start the annual financial meeting.
Yeah, we'll let the crowd thin out a little bit. All right, I'd like to call the meeting to order for the Board of Finance for the Johnson County Solid Waste on 1/10/22 at 2:01 PM concerning IC 5-13-7-6. Election of officers.
Keep them the same.
Oftentimes we keep the
Yeah.
same slate just to let people think about that.
I agree.
Is that a motion?
Yeah, I think that was.
I'll second that.
Okay,
David signed off, didn't he?
Oh, no.
You-
Oh, wait, Mayor's
still-
still there. We're
we
good.
still have a quorum.
Yeah,
We're good. Thanks, Mark, for hanging in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
just for you.
yeah.
Okay, I'll
We
do
do
my roll call vote then. Brian Baird,
Yay.
Kevin Walls,
Yeah.
John Myers,
Yay.
Mark Myers.
Yay.
Thank you.
He doesn't know what he's voting on.
Next thing is discussion of financial depositories. Mr. Sherman.
It's just not suppositories.
Suppositories. You're missing live comedian.
I
acts
wanted to
today.
get, I wanted to get on public record. So, there's my input.
Lynn, do you want to describe a little bit about what this is about? Our financial institution has not changed. It remains an Indiana bank.
Yes.
So,
Yes, other than financial suppositories, it's a pain in the behind to have this meeting every year, but we do. Uh, We do have this meeting every year, and we're required pursuant to statute to disclose to the public on the record where we maintain our accounts and how they're maintained. Our controller, as Mr. Sherman does, will ask if there are any conflicts of interest that any board members may have with where we maintain our accounts.
and this is where I always tell you that I'm on the board of directors of First Merchants Bank, but that's where we have our.
Thank you for your disclosure.
Remains the same accounts that we had last year.
Leave everything the same. Do we need a motion on that? I would assume. Yes.
Move to approve.
We do.
Second.
We have one first and a second. Any discussion?
Brian Baird,
Yay.
Kevin Walls,
Yay.
John Myers,
Yay.
Mark Myers.
yay,
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, with that being said, thank you, Pat.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a first and a second. Mark, thank you for holding in there.
my pleasure. Good to
Where's
see
your
you.
glasses, man?
Right here.
Okay. I know you're not paying attention now. You don't have them on.
Right.
Love you, man. See you later.
See
All
you.
right, take
Thanks,
care.
Lynn.
Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
guys. Sorry, I'll see you next time.
We'll be here.
All right.